we're trying to reach people that are more likely to be interested in it. It's a cool thing because it means that they're using their actual data, big data, data science, to give you guys what you are looking for, to give you guys the ideal clients, to try to eliminate from the actual equation customers that are not going to be interested in you, and put into the equation customers that are more likely to engage with a brand like yours. A lot of you guys are not going to be using this particular area right here. Not yet. Branding area is usually for brands that are already selling in the high millions of dollars. We don't have to get there, but I do want you to understand its purpose and how it works, because I do believe strongly that when you don't understand something that you're looking at, it can be confusing and you can get lost along the way, and then you might lose interest in the subject. So I want you to really understand every single button that you can see around and every single option that you have right there. I have been testing this recently and the results are decent, but it's not something that if you want to generate, let's say that you have a budget of $5,000 a month in ads, or like $2,000 or less, some of you guys are going to have less, that you want to go in this direction. This is when you have like $100,000 in ads, $500,000 in ads, budget for a month. So how does it work? We're going to talk about the branding and reach objectives. One of them is called brand awareness, and the other one is called reach. They are both basically branding objectives. But what is the difference? What you're trying to accomplish here is get people to actually see you and notice you and develop an interest. This is what I call the Coca-Cola effect, right? They've been doing this for us for ages. When you think about a soda, even if you don't drink it, it's incredible, right? We all think about Coca-Cola. If we think about a sports drink, what do we think about? We think about Gatorade. If we think about a US car made in the United States, we think about Ford. I mean, it's the branding effect in mass, right? Like in a grand scale. So throughout the years, a lot of these companies have been doing this nonstop to all of us. This is what Facebook is trying to tell you that you can actually accomplish on the Facebook world. Why? Because people are using this platform. So you can actually just put messages out there with no intention necessarily of actually them accomplishing a particular action. This is a branding effect, right? Along the way, if you're going to think about that particular problem, then you think about, that product. But without that, without the branding effect, it opens up the door to competitors and things like that. So long term, it does have its effect. But you guys are not going to be doing that bit right now because we're looking to create return on investment. We're looking to generate sales. We're looking to, maybe manipulate our ranking on Amazon. We're looking to accomplish certain things that are more tangible. We can measure right now. But let's see what they are and let's see what the difference is. Brand awareness, by definition, says here directly from Facebook, increase awareness for your brand by reaching people who are more likely to be interested in it. The reason that I like that is that any single chance that I get an opportunity to advertise directly using Facebook's power, anytime that you see Facebook tell you something like, we're trying to reach people that are more likely to be interested in it, it's a cool thing because it means that they're using their actual data, big data, data science, to give you guys what you are looking for, to give you guys the ideal clients, to try to eliminate from the actual equation customers that are not going to be interested in you, and put into the equation customers that are more likely to engage with a brand like yours. So that's what it does when you do brand awareness. You're trying to reach as many people as possible that are interested, possibly interested in your brand. Branding. The other option here, there's only two options here. The other one is called reach. This one is like a blitz. It's like a football full-on attack towards the quarterback. What does it say right here? It says that show your ad to the maximum number of people. It means exactly that. When we're doing this, guys, when you're selecting the reach objective, you want to get your ad be seen as many people as possible. It doesn't matter, just want to go all out. It doesn't matter if you have a high target quality that you're looking for, like a specific audience, just want to go all out and reach as many people as possible. That's why it's called reach. You're trying to reach as many people as possible. When you go in here and you are going to go select the actual audiences between brand awareness and reach, there's a small difference between each other. And let me show you about that. Once you select the brand awareness objective and you go to the actual level of selecting your audience, this is what you see right here. At the bottom part of the ad set, meaning the audience, right here, you have something called ad recall lift. This is what you're looking for. When you do a branding objective, the metric that you're trying to get through the roof is what they call ad recall. What does that mean? Ad recall is a metric, it's an analytic, it's an actual number that gives you an estimate of how likely are people to remember your ad several days later after actually seeing your ad. Now, this is not actually a made-up number. They actually do a survey on this, and they do something that they call a control group. What does that mean? That they actually divide the groups in two groups. One group that actually sees your ad and another group that doesn't even see your ad. And then several days later, they ask them a question and they try to find out if your ad made an impact on their minds. And if they didn't, they compare it to the other control group, and based on that, they give you what they call an ad recall lift. How much lift there is in the recall of your message. This is something that you can use on branding campaigns to increase the quality of your reach along the way, of the actual impressions that are being left on a person's mind when it comes to your brand, of the actual Coca-Cola effect. If you are a realtor, are they going to think about you 5 days later when they see a house that they would like to buy? This is what it is, an ad recall. How much of an impingement you're doing on a person's mind. And this is the main metric on a branding campaign. As you can see right here where it says, we'll serve your ads to maximize the total number of people who will remember seeing your ads. So when they tell you this, they know that they're going to work really hard on getting you quality people that are likely to remember your ads. Again, it's all about branding. To help us improve delivery optimization, we may survey a small section of your audience. So it's not just guesswork. It's not a made-up number. It's made of surveys. They do. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but on Facebook, once in a while, you'll see, this is very rare, but there's obviously like 250 million people using it in the United States, 130, a lot of people, but they serve out ads themselves once in a while. Facebook does, and they ask you something like, do you recall seeing this ad in the last 5 days? I know I've seen it. Have you guys seen it? You should share that if you have. But they do this as part of the brand ad recall lift studies to find out how much of an impingement your ad is doing on a person's mind. You cannot change any option here. This is the branding and awareness option right here. As you can see right here on the bid strategy, all you can do is the lowest cost. Lowest cost is the same, is a synonym to an automatic bid, meaning that Facebook is going to try to get you the lowest cost and the most amount of results. In this case, the most impressions for your budget. Get the most 1,000 impressions for your budget. That's what they're trying to accomplish. Now, check this out. If we go ahead and we change that option and we go to a reach campaign, let's see what happens and what is the difference. Now, we're trying to reach as many people as possible here. If we go all the way to the bottom here, look, the options change a lot now. Now we can optimize for the ad delivery. Look at this. When we select reach, it says that we'll serve your ads to the maximum number of people. Or if you select impressions, it says we'll deliver your ads to people as many times as possible. So what does that mean? That the same person can see your ad 10 times, 15 times, 12 times. Obviously, it's going to take an effect on your actual price. So we want to go for reach on this particular case. And then we want to do something like frequency cap. This is very cool because instead of keep on increasing that frequency, you can do something and be like, I want a maximum of 2 impressions every 7 days. What does that mean? That a human being, Manuel, you, anybody, is not going to see your ad more than twice in 7 days. You are capping the amount of times that that person sees your ad. This is something that is possible with the reach objective. And also, you can also set a bid cap, which you can say something here. This is not something possible on the branding objective. You see how things change dynamically based on what you select? On this one right here, you can select that you're willing to pay a maximum of $1 for every 1,000 impressions. You know what this is good for, guys? If you set up a branding campaign, which is with reach, then what you can do is you can go and do a really low bid there and just let it run forever. Because now, for $1, you can reach 1,000 people. This is something that does work, and you can test it out. It's all about testing. You gotta test things out and find out what works for you and what doesn't. You gotta be able to bring up the winners and scale down the losers. And as you go down and you keep on getting better on this course and on these modules, you're gonna find out better ways that are gonna help you get the most return for your investment. Reach and branding.